be expecting from the
Touch TV News Channel. The best.
The Global Touch charity organization Touching Life Health Awareness Campaign, Public Health Enlightenment Campaign on Tuberculosis, Cholera, Hepatitis, Campaign against drug abuse, mental health for women and children, rehabilitation after treatment, dated Saturday 28 June 2025, time 11, venue open field in front of Karu Palace, New Karu. As free medical check-up and tests and free consultants is taking place at the venue. However, Dr. Solomon Samuel also lectured on how to prevent malaria in our home and typhoid and so forth, and every person in a home should learn.
And stop mosquito bite. Now the first thing that you need to know, which is common, is fever. Before you know, the person will begin to experience fever, all right? And most times when this fever occurs, you realize that amongst our parents, most especially the mothers, they'll be the one prescribing drugs. Just by looking at that child, all right? But I'm still going to be talking on that effect when I'm talking about drug abuse. It's not good for you to just look at the child and start prescribing drugs. You need to seek medical attention, all right? So one of the symptoms, just like I said, is fever. And another thing is that the child will begin to shiver. Now, why am I measuring a child? It's because most times malaria is common amongst children and mothers, women, most especially the pregnant women. Are we together? And anytime this mosquito bites is within 10 days. If you receive the bite in the next 10 days, before you know, you begin to manifest those symptoms. All right? Just like I said, you begin to experience cold, you begin to shiver, you're going to have, which is symptoms also of fever, all right? And there's going to be loss of appetite. If somebody is suffering from malaria, you'll discover that the person will not have appetite, will not want to eat. The person knows how to eat before, but this time around, if you give them food, what happens? You realize that they will not be able to what? To eat. You should know that it's a pointer. You don't conclude, but it's a pointer to what? It's a pointer that that person is probably suffering from what? Malaria, which is as a result of mosquito bite. Okay? And sometimes you experience diarrhea, you experience abdominal pain. The person begins to feel pain. Now, time will fail me to begin to explain the causes of all these pains or how they come, the effects scientifically. But the truth is that it's primarily as a result of that what? That mosquito bite. So if you are going to take anything, you should remember that this bite came as a result of an environment that was created. And the only way we can stop this bite is by what? Making sure that our environment is kept clean. Make sure your gutters are kept clean. And also finally, you should be able to what? Have what we call the necessary information, which this campaign this afternoon is given to us. So everyone that is seated here, you are empowering yourself through this awareness. You are getting information concerning how this mosquito bite can come, all right? And what are the recommendations in order for you not to become victim?
It has to do with the body being able to also carry on with the antibody resisting the issue of this parasite, bacteria, virus coming in. When the body is already weakened, and you know our environment, we take all these fruit that are already very bad, some of the water, they are not very good. And so when these prevalent health challenges exist, and the body has not completely been healed of the malaria because of the poor environment where we dwell, there is always an opportunity prevalent for the typhoid, which the condition in the environment has allowed to enter into our system, and then we always have issue of malaria parasite. When that becomes the issue, the first thing is you try as much as possible to make sure that your environment is kept clean so that you won't be having the recurrent malaria attack as a result of the mosquito bite and then the consequent malaria sickness. Number two, we should also be careful of what we take in. Sometimes we go to the abattoir, we buy some of this intestine which we don't wash very well, we take them, and when we take them, some of these bacteria that are harbored in there, when they go into your system, especially the gut, you know ma, especially the gut, when they are not well prepared, washed very well and prepared very well, some of these bacteria that is harbored there, when they go into the system, they develop faster under a very weak body situation that allow for the prevalence of the typhoid situation. That is why most of the times you discover that you treat malaria, you may not have completed the dosage, and if you don't complete the dose, it means the thing is still in your system. But because of our economic situation, you may not be feeling too okay, but you want to go for business.
Royal Majesty Professor Igor Chendo, SEO Karu Karu.
What is our take-home message from today's gathering here?
It's very massive, fantastic, very inspiring, and of course very educative. For those of us who did not participate in today's event or program, have a lot to miss out. Because they say health is wealth. If there's any program you've got to acquaint yourself with, I think it should be health program. Because the group has a lot. They have a lot. Global Touch Charity Organization, they have a lot to display. And they truly, personally and generally, really enjoy the program today. Because it started from what we need to do in terms of drug, in terms of health, maintenance, and longevity. If you know all this, you can protect yourselves, you can advise your children, because they are the major, teenagers that had to do with drug abuse. Drug abuse was sent in various ways, which may not discussed here. Taking a particular drug habitually is a drug abuse. Drug abuse goes with violence. Drug abuse is deadly. So this is a crusade we must take to later. We mustn't stop here. It is well with all of us. Yeah. God bless the media. Thank you very much.
So, Your Royal Highness, today your dominion, we are in your palace. What are you expecting from the participants today after today's gathering?
What is expected from them is the feedback. That's what we call feedback mechanism. After attending, then maybe we conducted some tests. Their names we are taking, their contacts also taken. We follow them up. Those of them that have certain sicknesses or diseases, especially those that are prevalent in the society, hepatitis, tuberculosis, and malaria, and the rest of them. We follow them up to handle their cases, especially those that need our assistance. So what we expect from them is to get back to us, in as much as we also get back to them, find out from them how they are faring, whether they need treatment, we know how to follow them up. Then to actually prove that Global Touch Charity Organization is out to assist lives.
Thank you.